Hey everybody, y'all doing good today? Blessings to you all. We have to study to show ourselves approved, and that's in any and everything. And that's in the Word of God, and also in real life. You study to show yourself approval, then you would no longer have to depend on the nets to give you the answer. Depend on the nets to give you the information, not to depend on the nets to help you get to the next level. You know. Was taught to be dependable and trained to be dependable and practiced to be dependable. But you can quite see that there's many other people out here that's independent. So we know that being independent is very truthful. We know that it can happen and we know that it's capable of being done, you know. But if you always got a dependable mindset because you're not showing yourself approved, you're not studying for yourself to show yourself approved, you're gonna always depend on the next person to give you the answer to everything, the next step to everything, the next um thing. So it's like, what can you do to get out of that type of mindset? What can you do to get out of that type of situation? You have to study. You have to read. You know what I'm saying? Reading is a part of life. Reading is very essential to life. Reading can help many people get from where they at to another, you know, part of life for where they're trying to be, you know. And not saying that it comes overnight, but the harder you study and the longer you study, the better the results. Because you're putting in so much time, you know, on that thing that you just instantly catch on, grasp to it after a while, you know. So it's like, why not? Why not train yourself? Why not put in the work? Why be lazy? Why depend on the nets? Depending on the nets, you're gonna wait until they got time for you. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to come and demand time and control time in their life because whatever they got going on, that's what they got going on. You know, you depending on them. They're not depending on you because they're gonna find somebody else who depends on them. You know what I'm saying? So the person that have the most workers, or the person that have the most um knowledge. Okay, all right, thank you. And yeah, and all we gotta do is allow ourselves to get in tune with the word, man. Get in tune to what we need to know, you know? And God would allow us to have that knowledge, to obtain that knowledge to help us get through, you know, what we need to get through for the time. Learn what we need to learn for the time of. So it's time to stop depending on people and let's do what we gotta do, man, because no one is gonna take care of you at the end of the day but God and yourself. And it's time for you to pick up the slack. It's time for you to pick up or you wasn't good at. It's time for you to pick up there in that area, man, because in that area, that's where miracles can happen at. As long as you keep denying it, it will never happen, you know. So let's study to show ourselves approved. Let's study to get this knowledge, to get this wisdom, so that our children will have it, you know what I'm saying? So that they won't have to go through what you went through, you know what I'm saying? So that you could stop the curse in the family generation. You can help yourself out, man. Help yourself get through what's going on. By way of God and the Holy Spirit. If many people are putting a lot of time and work into something, and it pays off for them because they put a lot of time and work in it and studying and learning because they want it bad. How bad do you want it? You know, how bad do you want to get out of that situation? How bad do you want to receive results? You know, it's all about figuring out things, man. This life is all about figuring out things, but you have the essential blueprint right in your face, the Bible, right there, teaching you all the essence of life, teaching you all the rules of life, everything. Everything that's in the Bible is happening right now, walking on earth today, moving on earth today, I exist on earth today. Everything that happened in the past is happening now. It's no change. The same spirits are floating around. You know what I'm saying? It's all about what spirit you grasp to, or what spirit you allow to grasp to you. And it better be the correct spirit. Because if it ain't, it can be very detrimental to your life. It could be very hard for you. So I just try to like focus, man. Because whatever our talents and skills our Father blessed us with, that's what we need to be focused on. If you focus on everything else, if you focus on everything else, then how can you become a master at that one thing? You can't. But you focus on trying to be everything else. Just be what you are. You be what you are and study for that situation to show yourself approved for that situation. Become a master in that. You mastering that, people are gonna need you in that. You know what I'm saying? People will need you in that one thing. You don't have to be in everything. You pay the next person for the knowledge they got in the other thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, say I'm good at Forex. You're not good at Forex. You're probably good at let's say all right, let's just say this to tell you how this works. So I'm probably good at Forex, right? I'm good at doing the charts. But I'm not that good of a teacher. Let's just say I'm not that good of a teacher at teaching Forex. But you are a teacher. You are somebody that can actually train somebody to do something like teach them. But you have to grasp onto the knowledge that I got in order for you to teach somebody Forex for me. And I pay you for your skills that you got. You know what I'm saying? I pay you for the skill of teaching. I got the knowledge of this business or this skill. I got the knowledge. I'm gonna show you how to do it, but also I need somebody to teach somebody else. I need you to teach somebody else how to do it. I'm gonna show you be able to grasp on easy, quick, like pick up on it. Now I'm telling you, hey, can you teach a few of these people how to do this? Because you are a better teacher than me. I'm not really a teacher. I just know the skill. And you're like, yeah. So now I'm paying you. You paid me for the skill to get the skill. Now I'm paying you to teach the skill that I know. You see what I'm saying? So now, since you're able to catch on so fast to something and learn it fast, you're able to teach it without a cause, and that's not even your field of work, but you're able to teach it without a problem. So that could be a job for you to be able to hop in different fields and catch on to whatever the master know how to do, and then you just teaching it to people because you're good at explaining things, you're good at teaching, you're good at speaking in front of a crowd, you know. So you could use that talent of teaching and the talent of being able to pick up fast on things and be able to explain it in a way to people where they understand it better than what other people can explain it themselves, even though they're the master at it. You see what I'm saying? And you can use that as your job or your service. I say service, I won't say job. Your service for people. You know what I'm saying? Because look how in the Bible, look how Moses needed to teach Israel the commandments and laws of God, but he couldn't do it because he just didn't have it in him to do it. So God told him that his brother Aaron, who can teach and speak out to people, and wasn't shy to do it, he ended up doing it. But Moses had the knowledge and the skills to be able to hear from God and be able to write down the laws, but he just didn't know how to present it. He just didn't know, he wasn't really good at presenting it. He wasn't really good at teaching it, you know. So Aaron used Aaron to do it. So the same thing in life. I'm good at forex. I know the skill. I'm good at it. I can become a master at it. And you could be just someone who able to grasp onto some knowledge and be able to teach it. And that's your skill. And you can get paid from it. So, like stick to one thing. You know what I'm saying? Stick to one thing. Like I literally had to find my way to something, you know, like through God because I couldn't see it. I only knew that I was good at football. I didn't really care about other stuff. I never really put time into other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was good at drawing, but I'm not that good at it. I'm just, I'm okay, you know. But you got people real skillful at it. They get paid for doing it because people love art. May get them therapy. Art may get them peace. Just having art in their house may get them peace. And they just love art and they just don't know how to draw it, but they're paid that artist to draw it up for them, you know. And the artists always get paid for drawing the art for them and other people because that's a skill and a talent that they inherited from God. So you have to use our Father will in your life, and He will give you your purpose through your talents or skills to enable you to make a living off of it, to provide a service for this world, while also living and evangelizing for Him, you know. So you have to do God work also when you doing your talents and skills because it has to be established by Him in order for you to profit from it. Because if you profit from it without Him, you're gonna get into some shady deals, some wacky deals, um, some heathen people, some untrustworthy people. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to be going through all that. You want it to be established by God, you know. And so a lot of people can't find their purpose because they're jumping into any and everything when their talent is what they've been using all along, but they just can't see it, you know. They just can't see it, and sometimes you don't know it, you know. So it's either you can't see it or you don't know it. And I couldn't see it, and I didn't know it that I would be good at what I'm good at, you know. But I knew in my mind when it came to me and when it popped up in my life, I was like, I can do this. I know I could be real good at this if I just focus on it and do it. Like put my all into it, just do it. I know I can. So that's what I did. 2 years into it, and I'm real good at it. And I know by my fifth year, I should have mastered it if I don't master it within my second or third year, you know? So that's that's the outcome. A lot of things happen in 5 years, guys. Like, it's something about 5 years where it's just a blessing. Like, things to happen in 5 years. Like, 5 years sound long because you may just beginning, but it's really not, you know? 5 years, you can do a lot in 5 years. Most business don't even get successful until 5 years. Most people don't even get successful until 5 years. Most people don't even learn the skill fully until 5 years. So it's like something about 5 years, man. Like I just noticed that, like, you know, and don't be scared to make money, man. Like making money is not bad. You know what I'm saying? There's many scriptures in the Bible that shows you making money is not bad. It's you have to use it as a tool to get where you're trying to be or trying to go. Out like it's the value of it. That's it. Like if I love watermelons and you got the watermelons, does the money that I have in my pocket make sense for me to pay for the watermelon that you got on your stand? Like do I value the watermelon that much for the price you're charging me for me to spend my money on your watermelons? Like, because you either found the a farmer that grow them, or either you grow them yourself. You have that talent to grow them yourself. You know how to grow fruits and vegetables. You have that skill to do that. I don't, but I desire to have this watermelon, and um, I'm willing to pay you for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to pay you for it. So we use money to pay people for what we don't have, or what we desire, or what we can't do. So if I can't cut my grass because I'm too busy, you know, being with my family, then whoever got the skills to cut grass, I'm gonna pay them to cut my grass because I don't have time to cut my own grass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pay them to do that for me. You know what I'm saying? To save me time and to save me a whole hassle of trying to learn how to do it because I don't care to do it. Then I'm gonna pay the person who's a professional at it, who mastered it, who've been doing it for years. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. So that's how you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Money can save you time. Money can save you a headache. It can save you from a lot of things. You know what I'm saying, that you don't want to do or that you don't have. And that's just that's a tool. So don't fall in love with it. Don't care for it, but make it, get it, and through your talents or skills, and boom. Like just as if like if I got bad credit and I don't care to learn how to do credit, I'll pay somebody who know how to do credit. I pay them for their skill and their service. You know, that's just how life works. Everyone get paid for their skill or their service. Everybody. So you have to be able to learn how to get paid for your skill and your service, whether you have a 9 to 5 job or not. You still have to have a skill or talent on the side and get paid for it, because if you don't, then you're gonna depend on that job to pay for everything, and a job is never gonna give you enough to pay for everything. It may, but then again, it may not. But you don't want to be dependable. You don't want to be dependent on something. You want to be independable. So even if you got fired today or tomorrow, you still could take that skill and build a business. Or you still got that skill that you built a business in, and you're making money. You know. So we learning, man. We learning and we growing, and you know, our Father wants us to do everything strategically right. You gotta always make sure you compound your money. Make sure your money always stacking up, adding on abundantly. Because if it's not, you'll be losing. It's very hard to do when you wasn't taught. It's very hard to do when you wasn't taught the skill. That's a skill too. But when you wasn't taught it, it's very hard to grasp onto until you actually understand it. So until you understand it, gonna be very hard to do, but you have to be disciplined. Or you can do like an automatic, like make everything automatic, so you don't even gotta deal with it. Just automatically doing it itself for you, and you'll start seeing your money growing. You'll start seeing your life changing. You'll start seeing um all type of things happening for you, man. Like your lifestyle has to be of God, and holy and sanctified. God is looking for His children to do right by Him. Study to show yourself approved. These things that happen to you, man. If you look at the in the scripture, I don't know where it's at, but it was like three sons, three guys, and they had got the shackles of coins or something, and no talents, and he gave them a certain amount of talents, and one brought back more talents on top of what he already had. The other one brought back like or more talents too, but not as much as the first one. And then the last one didn't bring back no talents and took his talents and buried it and said that this is for me, like this is mine. And the one that had came back with more talents got more talents on top of the talents that he already had, and the other one did too. But the last one who didn't come back with more talents and buried the other talents got it all took. You know what I'm saying? So that should show you something. That should show you something. You're supposed to multiply. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be fruitful and multiply everything. Everything. Be fruitful and multiply. If you don't be fruitful and multiply, then you already lost. So if you can't multiply, you know what I'm saying, what you got to another, if you can't take 100 to 1,000, or 100 to 500, then how do you expect to get to a million, a billion, or whatever you're trying to get to, a couple hundred thousands? You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to take the small to the big at a smaller rate before you get the bigger rate. Because when you get the bigger rate, you won't know no better or no good, and you will lose it all. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know how to leverage, know how to leverage and multiply, so that you can get to the next level. Because you don't want to be stuck at the same level every time. You want to keep, you know what I'm saying, moving up. And that's with anything, you know what I'm saying? Whether you planting seeds in the ground, whether you flipping money, whether you buying land, whether you um having children, whether you just anything, you want to keep adding up, multiplying it. You know what I'm saying? Because God said be fruitful and multiply at the beginning in Genesis. You know, because with you multiplying, everything, everything is better for you. You know, and if you practice these laws and do them, you will see a big change in your life. Like I'm actually seeing a big change in my life by doing these, and it took time for me to get used to doing it because I'm so used to not doing it. I'm so used to like paying all my bills on time, um, spending my money on what I choose to spend it on, and just doing whatever, like as soon as the money comes, it's gone because my mind already plotted out what to do. That's how my mind was thinking. But as I watched a couple YouTube stuff and started reading the Bible, and also got my Apostle Rosalind. I got my Apostle, and then my Apostle Rosalind book. I think it's called Money Treasures, Treasures of Money, and read that. That taught me a lot. And just educate myself about it because it's possible. But you just gotta know how to do it. You just gotta know the strategy. Once you build in the system that God has given you, and you build in the strategy with the system, it's gonna work every time. All it takes is for you to see it because people, you know, was trained to see to believe. But we walk by sight and not we walk by faith and not by sight. So, you know, it's the other way around for us. But if you just see you put $100 in and that hundred go to 1,000, it's like, whoa. Like it's like the best thing, one of the best things that's happened to you in your life, and you're like, whoa, I never seen that happen before, you know? So it's like a blessing to you. It's like it's gonna make you keep wanting to do it. Because if you never adding in and you always taking out, what you expect? You always, if you never adding in and you always taking out, what do you expect? If you have 1,000 in your bank right now, and every week or every day you taking out from that 1,000, and you never add into that 1,000 from what you're taking from it, what do you expect? But imagine if you got 1,000 in there and you always adding into that 1,000 and never taking it out, it's gonna grow. What's gonna stop it from growing? You know what I'm saying? What's gonna stop it from growing? And then like with investments, you got four different investments. You put 1,000 in four different investments, and yeah, you put $1,000 in four different investments. You're gonna have some investments out of the four that grow, and you're gonna have because you're gonna keep adding in on top of it. But some are gonna grow faster than the other ones. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you plant seeds in the ground, you can plant them all in the same day. You know what I'm saying? You can have watermelon seed, apple seed, an orange seed, and a lemon seed. And you can plant them all in the ground at the same time, same day, but they're all gonna grow at their own pace. They're all gonna grow at their own, you know, time and season. You know what I'm saying? It's a season for everything. So they're gonna grow at their own season. So it's just not you can't get mad because the apple tree grew before the lemon. You know what I'm saying? They all grow at their own time, and sometimes you plant bad seeds, but you learn from it. You know what I'm saying? If you put the apple seed over there in some good soil, and then you put the lemon seed over in some bad soil, and then you put another apple seed over there in the bad soil where you put the lemon seed, and you see that it don't grow like the first apple tree grew, then guess what? You're gonna be like, hold on, something ain't right about over here. And this spot right here is some bad soil. It's not growing my fruit. So you're gonna know that area is not good, and you're gonna either have to fix it or you're gonna mark it off and say, okay, I never plant over here no more because it's killing my seeds. You know what I'm saying? Same with investments. Okay, I never invest over here no more because it's killing my money. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good investment. So you have to know, you know, but you study to show yourself approval of all things. So, you know, the, the crazy part about life, man, is people don't want to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Stop being scared of making mistakes. Like, I used to be like that. I used to be scared, like, what if I lose this? What if this? What if that? Like, forget that. It's either you in or you not. You know? You're either in or you're not. That's point blank period. You're either gonna be all in or you're not in. Because if you halfway step in, you're not gonna get no results. So your mind has to be made up to be in or to not be in. Because if it's halfway, it's nothing. Just like if you're a God, if you say you're a God, but then you lukewarm, you know what I'm saying? You halfway in with God and you halfway in with the world. You lukewarm, so you're nothing. You're not godly. You're nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's no both ways. No both sides. It's either one or the other. So it's either you all in or nothing. So when it comes to investing or when it comes to whatever you're trying to do, it's either all in or nothing, you know? So your mind has to be made up, you know what I'm saying? Can't play both sides, so, because you're gonna short yourself somewhere. So if you saving money, you know what I'm saying, to stack it up for a great investment or whatever, you don't save money and then spend the money. You save the money to save the money. If you start spending the money, that's going to become a habit. Like, okay, I'll pay back next week. I'll pay back Thursday. Okay, but if you're going to pay back next week, why won't you just wait till next week to use it? Or why won't you just wait till Thursday to use it? You know what I'm saying? That makes more sense because if you use it now, then you're going to go against your rules and your discipline. All this stuff is easy, but it's hard because we wasn't trained it. So you have to really like train your mind, but it's really like easy. And some people, like I said, can grasp onto it, but some people can't. It just all depends on their mentality and how they see it. You know? It's all about that, man. So you grasp onto it and how you see it. That's the results you're gonna get every time. Love y'all, man. Y'all really learning. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get y'all to see what's the truth behind, you know what I'm saying, this life and what's going on. It's out here, man. Just gotta find it. Seeking you shall find. Show thyself approved. Study to show thyself approval, man. Be independent. Find yourself. Find who you are. Find what's your purpose in life. What God has you do, but make sure you do His will first, and then He will show you. He will show you. If you're doing His will, He will show you. Because we all have to do His will in order to get the inheritance that He has for us. Instead of walking. If you walk in the ways that He ordained for you, then you're blessed. So walk in it, man. I love y'all. I'm out.